Okay na. So, good morning, everybody. Today, we have procurement activities, January 28, 2026. We have a schedule of bid opening for the three goods. PR 2026-01-0001, PR 2026-01-0002, and PR 2026-01-0003. We have here the members of the BAC, the WG. We have also the personnel from the procurement unit. And likewise, we have our IT, who are in charge of our live streaming on our YouTube channel, DPWH LKDO. So likewise, to all, for those who are following us on the YouTube channel, good morning. So let's proceed with the contract ID, PR 2026-01-0001, with an approved budget for contract, the ABC, 1,042,490 pesos only. So we have the contract title, the purchase of spare parts for use of various equipment, vehicles assigned in maintenance section. And we have two bidders, but the Racer X Auto Parts and Accessories Trading did not submit his bid proposal. Only Skidmark Stars and Auto Supplies. So may I ask Engineer Mukay to open the bid proposal submitted by Skidmark Stars and Auto Supplies for this contract ID.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning to each and everyone first present here today. And also to those, good morning also to those who are following us on our YouTube channel via the live streaming of this procurement activity. So we have here now the bid proposal submitted by Skidmark Stars and Auto Supplies, received at the procurement unit office at 9:30 a.m. dated this day. Here the mayor's permit issued by the City of Tabuk, valid until December 31, 2026. The certificate of PhilJEP's registration. Certificate of PhilJEP's registration is valid until October 28, 2026. We have the DTI registration certificate. It's valid until July 17, 2030. We have the income tax return. Annual income tax returns. And the omnibus sworn statement states that Army CCM Socalo of legal age, married Filipino citizen and residing at Dagupan West, Tabuk City, Kalinga province, after having been duly sworn in accordance with law, do hereby depose and state that Army CCM Socalo is the sole operator of Skidmark Stars and Auto Supplies with office address at Provincial Road, Dagupan Centro, Tabuk City, Kalinga, as the owner and sole operator of Skidmark Stars and Auto Supplies. Army CCM Socalo have the full power and authority to do, execute, and perform any all acts necessary to participate, submit the bid, and sign and execute the ensuing contract for the purchase of spare parts for use of various equipment vehicles assigned at maintenance section. Skid marks, stars, and auto supplies is not blacklisted or barred from bidding by the government of the Philippines or any of its agencies, offices, corporations, LGUs, foreign government, foreign or international financing institution whose blacklisting rules have been recognized by the GPPB. By itself or by relation, membership, association, affiliation, or controlling interest with another blacklisted person or entity as defined and provided for the uniform guidelines on blacklisting. Each of the documents submitted in satisfaction of the bidding requirements as an authentic copy of the original, complete, and all its statements are true. Information provided therein are true and correct. Skid marks, stars, and auto supplies is authorized in the hope or its duly authorized representative to verify all the documents submitted. The skid mark, stars, and auto supplies spouse are not related by consanguinity or affinity up to third civil degree to the head of the procuring entity, the end user or implementing unit, the PMO or the members of the bids of the BAC, and the technical working group and the BAC secretariat. It is understood that failure to faithfully disclose its relationship with the head of the procuring entity, members of the BAC and TWU and the BAC secretariat, the head of the PMO or the end user unit or implementing unit in the project, consultants of the procuring entity or the procurement agent, consanguinity or affinity up to the third civil degree, as well as the submission of beneficial ownership information containing false entries shall be subject to blacklisting under Section 100 of the Implementing Rules of Republic Act Number 12009, without prejudice to criminal and civil liabilities under applicable laws, including their accessory penalties, if any. Skid mark, stars, and auto supplies complies with existing labor laws and standards, and skid mark, stars, and auto supplies is aware and has undertaken the following responsibilities as a bidder in compliance with the Philippine bidding documents, which include carefully examining all the documents, bidding documents, acknowledging all conditions, local or otherwise, affecting the implementation of the contract, making an estimate of the facilities available needed for the contract to bid, if any, inquiring or securing supplemental bid bulletin issued for purchase of spare parts for use of various equipment vehicles assigned at the maintenance section. Skid marks, stars, and auto supplies that give or pay directly or indirectly any commission, fee, or any form of consideration, pecuniary or otherwise, to any person or official, personnel, or representative of the government in relation to any procurement project or activity. In case advance payment was made or given, skid mark, tires, and auto supplies failure to perform or deliver any of the obligations and undertakings of the contract shall be sufficient grounds to constitute undertaking laws, duly signed and notarized. And we have also here the request for quotation. Complying, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Sir Renzo. So, since skid mark, tires, and auto supplies is complying, so may I ask again, Sir Mupay, to open the finance submitted by finance proposal submitted by skid marks.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. So the financial bid proposal submitted by skid marks, tires, and auto supply for PR number 2026-01-0001 is amounting to 1,040,000 pesos and 200,200 pesos only. 1,040,200.00. That's all, Mr. Chair. For contract ID PR 2026-01-0001.
Thank you, Jamukay. So may I ask the Secretariat to collect all the documents submitted by skid mark, tires, and auto supplies and turn over to the members of the technical working group for further verification and scrutinizing and to check and the veracity of all documents attached by the skid mark, tires, and auto supplies. And if there's no, and if the documents are all correct, then they will come out with a resolution and recommending approval by the HOPE or the head of the procuring entity. So let's proceed to the next contract ID. We have here the PR 2026-01-0002. The contract title, the purchase of asphalt materials used for preventive maintenance of roads and bridges along national roads, Lower Kalinga. And we have here the three bidders: the Petroman Trading Incorporation, Sigma Trading Company, RT Construction. But the two bidders, the Petroman Trading Incorporation and RT Construction, did not submit their bid proposal at the procurement unit. So we have only one, the Sigma Trading Company. So again, may I ask Engineer Mukay to open the bid proposal submitted by Sigma Trading Company for this particular goods.
Thank you, sir. So we have here now the bid proposal submitted by Sigma Trading Company for PR number 2026-01-0002, received at the procurement unit office at 9:19 a.m. dated this day. Have here the request for quotation, PhilJEP's registration, valid until April 30, 2026. Mayor's permit, issued by the City Government of Imus, valid until 12/31/2026. Have the SEC registration, 40 years na lang nito eh. SEC registration, that is for DTI. SEC registration, tax clearance certificate, valid until January 14, 2027. Have the certificate of registration for the BIR, annual income tax return, problema, let me get down to Omnibus sworn statement. Delia L. Sigera, of legal age, married, Filipino, and residing at number 81 Calao Street, Woodside 2, Bahayong Pag-asa, Imus, Cavite, after being duly sworn in accordance with law, thereby deposed and state that Delia S. Sigera is the duly authorized and designated representative of Sigma Trading Company with office address at number 81 Calao Street, Woods Life 2, Bahayang Pag-asa, Imus, Cavite. Delia S. Sigera is granted the full authority, the full power and authority to do, execute, and perform any all acts necessary to participate, submit the bid, and to sign and execute the ensuing contract for PR 2026-01-002 purchase of asphalt materials used for preventive maintenance of roads and bridges along national roads, Lower Kalinga, of the Department of Public Works and Highways. Sigma Trading Company is not blacklisted or barred from bidding by the government of the Philippines or any of its agencies, offices, corporations, LGUs, foreign government, foreign international financing institutions whose blacklisting rules have been recognized by the GPPB. Each of the documents submitted in satisfaction of bidding requirements is an authentic copy of the original, complete, and all statements and information provided therein are true and correct. Sigma Trading Company is authorizing the Hope or its duly authorized representative to verify all the documents submitted. The partnership itself and the partners of Sigma Trading are not related by consanguinity or affinity up to the third civil degree to the head of the procuring entity, procurement agent if engaged, or the end user or implementing unit, project consultants, head of the PMO, or the members of the back-end awards committee, members of the back, technical working group, and the back secretariat. It is understood that failure to faithfully disclose its relationship with the head of the procuring entity, members of the back, the TWG and back secretariat, the head of the PMO or the end user unit or implementing unit, and the project consultants and procurement procuring entity of the procurement agent by consanguinity or affinity up to third civil degree, as well as its submission on beneficial ownership information containing false entries shall be subject to blacklisting under Section 100 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations of Republic Act Number 12009, without prejudice to criminal and civil liabilities under applicable laws, including their accessory penalties, if any. Sigma Trading Company complies with existing labor laws and standards, and Sigma Trading Company is aware and has undertaken the responsibilities as a bidder. In compliance with the Philippine bidding documents, which include carefully examining all the bidding documents, acknowledge all conditions, local or otherwise, affecting the implementation of the contract, made an estimate of the facilities available needed for the contract to bid, if any, and inquire or secure supplemental bid bulletin issued for PR 2026-01-002. Sigma Trading Company did not give or pay directly or indirectly any commission, amount, fee, or any form of consideration, pecuniary or otherwise, to any person or official personnel or representative of the government in relation to any procurement project or activity. In case advance payment was made or given to Sigma Trading Company, failure to perform or deliver any of the obligations and undertakings, the contract shall be sufficient grounds to constitute criminal liability under existing laws. Signed, Delia L. Seguera and duly notarized. Complying. Okay.
Thank you, Engineer Rinso. So, as the Secretariat to collect all the... since the Sigma Trading Company is complying with this contract ID, PR 2026-01-0002, so may I ask again, Sir Rinso, to open the financial proposal submitted by Sigma Trading Company.
Thank you. Sir, so we have here the financial bid proposal of Sigma Trading Corporation as stated on the request for quotation. Total amount in words, 1,992,050 pesos only. 1,992,050.00. Ano nga namin iparehas? 1,992,050. Nih. Ano ay? Pwede ta. Ano? Ano pinikat? 400?
So,
That's all, Mr. Chair.
okay. Again, thank you, Sir Renzo. So may I ask the Secretariat to collect all the documents submitted by Sigma Trading Company and turn over to the technical working group for further scrutinize and check the veracity of all the documents. And if all the documents are all valid and pass the requirements, then they will come out with the resolution and recommending approval by the head of procuring entity. So next, let's proceed with the contract ID PR 2026-01-0003 with an approved budget for the contract ABC 226,800 pesos only. The contract title, the purchase of toners and supplies of photocopier machine, Fuji Xerox for use of planning and design section. And we have only one bidder who submit his bid proposal, and we have X Works Sales and Services Incorporation. Again, may I ask Engineer Mukay to open the bid proposal submitted by X Works Sales and Services Incorporation for this particular contract IDPR 2026-01-0003.
So we have here now the bid proposal submitted by X Works Sales and Services Incorporated for PR 2026-01-0003. Received at the procurement service at 8:57 a.m. dated this day. For the request for quotation, field jobs registration, valid until June 28, 2026. The business permit issued by the City of Baguio, valid until Rita. 12/31/2026. Have the certificate SEC registration, have the ITR or the annual income tax return, the omnibus sworn statement, Worley B. Jimenez of Legal Aid, single Philippine residing at JD 226 Bayabas, Paiku, Latrina, Benguet, after having been duly sworn in accordance with law. The RB deposed state that Worley B. Jimenez is the duly authorized and designated representative of X Works Sales and Services Incorporated with office address at Suite 602 National Life Building, Session Road, Baguio City. Worley B. Jimenez is granted the full power and authority to execute and perform any all acts necessary to participate, submit the bid, and sign and execute the ensuing contract for the purchase of toners and supplies of photocopier machine, Fuji Xerox for use of DPWH LKDO Planning Design Section under RFQ PR number 2026-01-003. X Works Sales and Services Incorporated is not blacklisted or from bidding by the government of the Philippines or any agencies, offices, corporations, LGUs, foreign government, foreign and international financing institutions. Blacklisting rules have been recognized by the GPPB. Each of the documents submitted in satisfaction of the bidding requirements is an authentic copy of the original, complete, and all statements information, provided they are not true and correct. X Works Sales and Services Incorporated is authorizing the HOPE or still authorized representative to verify all the documents submitted. The corporation and officers, directors, and controlling stockholders of beneficial owners of the X Works Sales and Services Incorporated are not related by consanguinity or affinity up to third civil degree to the head of the procuring entity, procurement agent if engaged, or the end user or implementing unit project consultants, head of the PMO or members of the BAC, TWG, BAC Secretariat. It's understood that failure to faithfully disclose its relationship with the head of the procuring entity, members of the BAC, the TWG, and the BAC Secretariat, and the head of the PMO or the end user unit or implementing unit, and the project consultants of the procuring entity or the procurement agent by consanguinity or affinity up to the third civil degree, as well as its submission of beneficial ownership information containing false entries shall be subject to class listing under Section 100 of the IRR of Republic Act number 12009 without prejudice and criminal and civil liabilities under applicable laws, including their accessory penalties, if any, Ex-work sales and services incorporated declares its beneficial information constant. It is general information sheet, beneficial ownership declaration form, any other documents duly submitted to the SEC and has maintained a valid and updated file. They're in compliance with section 20.2.9.1 of and 81 and 82 of the IR of RA number 12009. Ex-works sales and services complies with existing labor rules and standards. Ex-works sales and services is aware and has undertaken the following responsibilities as a bidder: carefully examine all the bidding documents, acknowledge all conditions local or otherwise affecting the implementation of the contract, made an estimate of the facilities available needed for the contract to bid, if any, and inquire or secure supplemental bid bulletin issued for participants, submit the bid, and to sign and execute the ensuing contract for the purchase of turners of supplies of photocopier machine Fuji Xerox for use of DPWH LKDO planning and design section under RFQ PR number 2026-01-0003. Ex-work sales and services incorporated did not give or pay directly or indirectly any commission, amount, fee, or any form of consignatory or otherwise to any person or official personnel or representative of the government in relation to any procurement project or activity. In case advance payment was made or given, the ex-work sales and services incorporated failure to perform or deliver any of the obligations and undertakings of the contract shall be sufficient grounds to constitute criminal liability under existing laws. Signed, Glenn Robert R. Chica, account manager, and duly notarized. We have here the authoritative signatory, secretary's certificate. Certificate of dealership, ex-work sales and with office address, is an authorized channel partner of Video Film Business Innovation Philippines Corporation. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Sir Renzo. So since Ex-Work Sales and Services Incorporation is complying, so may I ask again, Sir Renzo, to open the financial proposal submitted by Ex-Work Sales and Services Incorporation.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. So we have here the financial bid proposal by Ex-Work Sales and Services Incorporated for PR 2026-01-0003 as stated on their request for quotation. The amount is in words 226,000 pesos only. 226,000.00. That's all for this for PR 2026-01-0003, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sir Renzo. So I'll ask the Secretariat to collect all the documents submitted by Ex-Work Sales and Services Incorporation and turn over to the Technical Working Group for them to further scrutinize, verify, and check all the documents for this completeness and all its attachment. And if all documents are valid and pass all the requirements, then they will come out with a resolution and recommending approval to be approved by the HOP or the head of the procuring entity. So before we adjourn our procurement activities for today, to January 28, 2026, any additional from the back members or from the Secretariat? So if none, so thank you mga back members, mga TWG, mga Secretariat, and also our technical work, the IT for the who are in charge of our live streaming on our YouTube channel. And again, thank you also to those who followed us on our live streaming. And we will see again on our next procurement activities for the coming days to come. So that's all. The procurement activities for today, January 28, 2026, the opening of 3 goods is adjourned.